Everyone has their own culture. There is the traditions such as dances, music, food, clothing, festivals, and some rituals, etc. Art is significant to these cultures as well. Each one is unique in its own way. Mexico specifically has various art forms that are significant. So today I'm going to be sharing an art form. It's known as Talavera pottery. It's a famous form of art that has an influence all over Mexico, specifically Puebla. It symbolizes Puebla. Other foreign countries are seen to contribute to the designs. For example, it's influenced by Italian, Spanish, Islamic, and indigenous Mexican. It originated from a ceramic tradition at Talavera de la Reina in Spain. It's a common art form in Puebla, Mexico, which includes the architecture surrounding the city and Talavera tiles. Talavera began to be created around the 16th century. According to Perez de Salazar Vere, Puebla started using the name Talavera after several changes to the pottery laws in 1682. Talavera ceramics goes back to the colonial days. This is an example on how an outline is painted in to get the little details in perfectly. I actually have two products here that are considered Talavera pottery, which I had no clue until I did my research. And I also have this one. They're both vases, and as you can see, it's bright colored scheme that some tend to have as well. These are some examples. As in number 1, it shows a table setting with the kaleidoscope pattern in the entry of Urarte. And Urarte is a warehouse where you can actually visit because it's open still to this day. And an example 2 shows a Talavera ware with the Medallon Marisco design. And number 3 shows how the vases look and the products look after coming out of the kiln from a firing. Here are other 2 examples. On the left, as you can see, is a Spanish handled vase from the 16th century. And on the right side is a glazed earthenware pottery made in Deruta, which is often painted with the gold luster from Italian artisans. And it's also a form that is made in Spain as well, and it was made by a Muslim craftsman. Talavera has its special qualities that make it stand out. There is a process of making the products, and tourism is effective in selling these products. It was also considered a product of trade. The symbolism, colors, and materials of a piece of art can tell us a great deal about the culture that created it. For decades, Poblanos have produced different products. There are different forms and designs of Talavera ceramics. It's what makes them unique. For example, planters, plates, stoops, pots, jars, etc. are made. Here is a video of someone mixing it by foot, or others mix it by hand, and there are 2 types of clays. It's either white or brown. Then it's shaped by hand or a mold or on a pottery, as you can see here. Then the pieces are either fired or baked. According to ceramic industry, the colors associated with Talavera designs are dark and light blue, black, orange, green, yellow, and brown. Then they are dipped in glaze or they are painted with brushes. According to UNESCO, the brushes are made of mule hair. This woman will paint the writing on the bottom of each item by hand. Each one will look exactly the same. According to UNESCO, she will hand paint this information on 300 pieces each workday. After all of these steps, they are refired and it attains the glossy finish and color. In conclusion, art from the past can tell us a lot about what life was like. I recommend buying these kinds of unique products. There are many shapes, designs, and products that are useful. Its steps of how Talavera is made are essential. Designs are usually symmetrical. Talavera is Puebla's form of identity. It's an example of role of craft and how it shapes its culture and heritage.